Hi, good day, YouTubers. My name is Faisal Martin, and today I'm doing my first video on YouTube. Okay, what I'm going to do today is just explain to you. I'm a wedding DJ, and I've been searching for a second MidiController. Firstly, I'm being a wedding DJ. You have a lot of equipment, and you sometimes often your space is limited. Now I don't want a big controller, and also being a wedding DJ you need to do the basics right, and for my needs I've been looking for a second controller. I use the Mix Vibes MidiController Pro with Cross DJ Mix Vibes Cross DJ software. And I recently had an incident where the sprinklers at a wedding just went on, and it went onto my system. Luckily it's only the laptop that didn't survive that whole debacle, but since then, I was thinking maybe I should get a second controller just as a standby, and I was looking for something that is not too expensive, but most important, ergonomically it needs to be, everything should be where it's supposed to. It should not be too big. And then I was searching the net, and I actually then came up and I saw this Mr. DJ MVDJ 8000. First I searched the net, I couldn't find anything or any videos with regards to the idea. There's a lot of people that's selling it on Amazon and eBay, but I couldn't find any review to see how this thing actually looks, or anybody that has had any experience with it. In my view, it's quite a decent controller, but before you listen to me, because obviously you want to see how this thing looks and how it operates, let me just take you through it quickly. So yeah, there you see the controller. Let me just push this up, adjust this quickly. Okay, I hope that covers everything. Yeah, let's see now. Yeah, that's the basics. Okay, let me push it this way. Right, so yeah, you've got your faders, your volume faders. That feels quite good. You have your crossover, which is quite fairly good. Gains, highs, mids, lows, booth volume separately. You have your master volume separately. And what I like about this is that your PC, you can actually, this is a standalone, it's also a standalone controller, which means that if for some reason your software doesn't work, you can go straight back to your CDJs, and you can just push the PC line where you can plug in. That is at the back, you will see that your line inputs for your CD players or for your turntables, you can actually put it in there, and then you can use this as a standalone mixer. One thing to note, once you put this, you cannot use this this channel as part of your MIDI setup with you, so it's obviously it's going to go straight through whatever comes from your inputs. Basically, it's if you look on Virtual DJ, you will actually find, if you go into the settings in Virtual DJ, especially when you select your sound card, you would find that it will give you as an option the Gemini Control 6 or the 7. So the product is very similar, just apart from a few knobs, especially these two here, it's actually quite similar. But now one would ask, why did you buy this outdated controller? Look, as I said, what's important to me is the size. Being a wedding DJ, you're often limited to the space, and I'll just give you a quick roundup of all the equipment that I've got. There obviously there's that controller, laptop, and then I've got speakers in the meanwhile, and then I also have my effects case where there's a phonic control system. I have two separate Samsung dual mics and a JTS dual mic, and then also a Lexicon effects processor. And then if I go further down, then I sit with my mixer, and that's a few lights, but that's also obviously on the table. And then there's other few things that I've got. So to be honest, space is actually an issue, but for me specifically, this controller is not too big. There's enough space to handle it. It's a good standby or backup system, and it actually works pretty good with virtual DJ. The product actually comes with the virtual DJ 7LE, and for this I paid in South Africa with shipping about 3,300 rand. Now if you convert that into dollars, you're looking at about what, $220, January 2018 being the exchange rate, roughly there, which is not bad. Which would take you to the next topic is, why are DJ controllers often so expensive? Is it actually the controller, or is it the software that's linked to it? But that's a debate for another day. For now, let me just take you through this, and let me just press start and see what it does. Going to select the song. Let's take that. Let's take that. 2 songs. Let's. So that works well. Stretch. So that works well. Now let's go to another one. What's also nice is the VO meters, and at this price you don't actually get it. The sample is actually quite nice as well. With it, you can adjust the volume of the sample as well. Okay, so that's a sneak preview about it. So, people, you can decide for yourself. One big important thing: once you hook this up onto Virtual DJ, be sure to go into your. I'm running Windows 10 laptop, and I had a big problem with distortion and with on the headphones. It was either on the headphones or it was on the main speakers, and I thought at one stage there was something wrong with the controller. Thinking, yeah, I took a chance to have it imported from America, only to find out that this piece of junk doesn't work. But that was never the issue. It was never an issue with the controller itself. The controller, it's quite well built. Even though it's plastic, but it's well built. The important thing is that, or coming to the point what I was wanting to make, is that once you hook it up, go into, with the MIDI controller plugged into your computer and the software running, go into control panel, go to hardware and sound devices, go to your sound devices and select your sound cards. The MidiController sound cards, it would show your headphone, and it would show your control mains as well. On that, you go into its properties, then you change and go to advanced properties, then you change your default settings of Windows, that is normally 16-bit DVD quality 48,000 Hz. You change that to 16-bit CD quality 44,000 Hz. I promise you that took away all the distortion I had on it. And once I had that up and running, I really started to enjoy this controller. So I hope this helped, and good luck for those deciding on a MIDI controller. Thanks.